guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make these gospel bead keychains. They have 5 beads, all different colors, and a cross at the end. So let's get started. First, you want to take a piece of keychain string. It's with this band. And you're going to take your ruler, approximately 30 centimeters, and measure out the length of the string. So here I have a pre-cut piece. It's pretty thin, but it's about this long. Okay. Now we're going to take one of our golden clasps and put the 2 loose ends of the string together. You can line it up, it doesn't have to be perfect because you'll cut the strings later. And you want to thread them through the tiny hole in the clasp. Have your clasp on, and you want to line up the ends with the loop in the string, and when you have them all lined up like so, you want to take your scissors and cut the loop. When you cut the loop, some of the strands may be uneven, so you can pull them, adjust them so that they're roughly the same length, and then when you're happy with how long they are, you can go ahead and cut off a bit of the other strings so that they're all even. So when you thread the beads through, it'll be easier to fit through the hole in the bead. Now you have your clasp on the end of the loop, and now we can start beading. So the order is very important because it tells the story of the gospel. So you first start with one of the darker beads, and you can buy these bead packets on Amazon. And you first thread the dark bead through all 4 strands until it reaches the bottom where the clasp is. And then you want to move on to the red bead. And once again, put all 4 strands through, just like so. And move on to the clear bead. Particular pack, there's 2 types of greens. It doesn't really matter which one you pick, but it should be green. The last bead, yellow bead. Okay. So once you have your 5 beads, just like that, the clasp at the end in this particular order, you can go ahead and grab your crimp bead. Now, crimp beads are these really tiny beads that help for securing ends of jewelry. You can see that it has a small, very small hole so that the fine string can fit through. All 4 of the strings into the crimp bead, just like so. And when you do so, you want to put your thumb or some other finger in between the crimp bead and the yellow bead so that it doesn't slip through the hole in the yellow bead. So I just hold it like that. And you want to take your cross now, it doesn't matter which way, this way or this way, and fit it through the 4 strands, just like you did with the other bead. So now you have both the crimp bead and the cross on your string. Now this is the tricky part, which might take a while, and that's okay. But you want to take these 4 strings and weave them back through the crimp bead so that the cross doesn't slip off the end. Take a while. Okay, so now you've got all 4 of your strings through the crimp bead, and now you see that the cross won't fall off the end. So what you want to do is try to get the crimp bead as close to the cross as possible and slowly pull the 4 strands. Okay, so now that you have got on your crimp bead and you've wove through the 4 strands, you can see that it's pretty close to the yellow bead, and if you look closely, there's just a little bit of space between the yellow bead and the crimp bead, and this is for an important reason, so don't close it fully. And now you can go ahead and grab your pliers, and you want to crimp the crimp bead closed. Okay. Okay. So now make sure that your crimp bead is tight enough so that nothing can get out. You can see that it is flattened now when it was round before. And the reason why I said not to crimp it too close is because you want to take the 4 strings and put them back through the yellow bead. This is just for extra security, so that if the keychain falls or or it gets caught on something, it won't break. So now you can see that I have strung the 4 strings back through the yellow bead for the extra security, and now with these ends hanging out, you can just cut it off close to the bead. And you can let them go, and there you have it. You have finished your gospel bead keychain.